Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back. Today I'd like to talk to you about artist block, hitting a plateau and moving on. It is spring here and it's quite beautiful, and you feel this new energy. Everything is blossoming and growing fast, and there is so much to do in this garden, and it's such a big part of my life now. But on the artist side, I've definitely hit an artist block for the past month that I'm dealing with, and I am experiencing this lack of motivation. I feel like my art hit this plateau of I've reached some sort of plateau, but the work is asking for something different, for something new, for a different feeling. I have to say I'm a little bit lost. It's like this mixture of frustration and excitement, because I know that this means growth and moving into a new direction, but at the same time I don't know what to do at this moment, kind of feel uninspired. I feel pulled also in like these million directions. I want to literally do everything at the same time, but don't have time for it. I personally am struggling with time management when it comes to managing the day-to-day 9 to 5 and household, family, and then also having time for art. I am always on the lookout for new tips and tricks when it comes to time management. And there is also this conversation about resistance. I just recently ordered a book called The War of Art by Steven Pressfield. I've heard a lot about this book, and I listened a little bit audio of it, and I decided to get it and actually read it. I think it's perfect timing to read this right now, and I'll keep you posted. Amongst all of these issues that I'm having with the artist block, lack of inspiration, and kind of the plateau of my work, I do know that I want to explore portraiture and abstraction, and that is exciting. So I do know sort of the direction a bit, and I'm just a little bit unsure, exactly how I want to approach it, and I think I'm resisting this because I don't know, it's like a vicious cycle in a way. So another book I must talk about is The Artist Way. It's actually a book I found a while back, and I come back to it over and over and over again. It is written for artists, and it deals with the issues that all artists deal with. In the meantime, I'm completely distracting myself with making little books and art brushes. Someone a while back told me this sentence that really resonated with me, and it's a sentence for life, And we were talking about something, and they said, the only way is through. And that has stuck with me, because I think there's so much truth in this sentence, where the only way to really find out, it's not to just, speculate or fear it in our minds, but really just going into it. So I feel definitely at the threshold of this gateway and kind of plunging in and taking it to the next level. For that reason, I am attempting to do some series. I had these 3 square canvases, and I decided to do some abstract work on it, which I've never done work in series before, and I've never done, a material that kind of relates to each other, so that is an interesting process for me, and also I realized that that requires more space than my studio has, or at least a different way of working where I don't, you kind of want to see them all at the same time. So I'm learning about that. This is a new territory for me, so I can't speak much about it so far. This is the two insights that I have, is this new way of working, a newer way of thinking about your work, and also kind of just the technical parts like space and how you work through that. I also want to share with you a little bit of a story about how, what we need is always kind of around us, or if we need help, the universe always provides some sort of answers. As an example, as I was kind of researching of what I'm going to say in this video, I came across this YouTube video about women artists, and a person, an artist that stuck out to me a lot, and her story was Meret Oppenheim. Her story is very inspirational. This is someone who did a lot of interesting work and became famous, and then completely stopped for almost 2 decades for some, personal reasons, and then reawakened, as one of the video mentions, and became extremely creative and produced a lot of work all until her death. And I thought that this came in such a perfect moment. This artist proved that you can always reinvent yourself and start over, begin again, this fresh new spring energy. Honoring our cycles and our own personal seasons is how we move on to the next stage. So this is what I have so far. I've been working few sessions, 1 or 2 sessions on these, and this is what they look like at the moment. Honestly, I'm very happy with them, although I know they're not finished. There's something that is happening, and this another reminder that the only way is through. The only way to find out is actually working through all these blockages and all this frustration. I think my only job is to show up. The past month feels chaotic. So much is going on. It feels like there is constantly some sort of chaos on the outside and on the inside. I'm trying to take it really slow. This garden really helps me to ground and focus on this present moment. I wish us all a world where we have time to just be and create our art, whatever that is. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being on this journey with me, and I will see you next time.